I would like to firstly welcome the newest batch to this university. So this is your first day at university. I can also recall my first day at university, at the University of Dhaka, where I was actually welcomed by my immediate senior batch. And there were, happy faces. They were very much happy and enthusiastic. Those happy faces actually turn out to be very devastated, very worried faces at the end of fourth year or master's. But that shouldn't be the case. So you should be very much confident while you are actually dealing with your university life. So the transition between the happy faces to the worried faces is the problem of the university students. What I assume being a student is that if you properly take different steps from helping your batchmates as well as taking help from your seniors and your teachers, they would definitely help you to overcome from this transition. So it's like, if I quote from the wasteland, I can say that there are people who are actually hollow inside. But if they actually take the positivities from their surroundings, from their backgrounds, then they can become positive. It is you, yourself, who are actually at the center point, rather than the other batches, the other teachers, and every other staff. So you are at the center and core. So you should have that belief within yourself. So I was there in the backside, also being a student. But now I am at the forefront. So you would also be in your forefront in the coming days. So you have immense potential, and I love to actually teach the first year students. But this time I will not be there with you, but in the next upcoming semesters I will be able to teach you. So in my previous experience, if I share, while I was at United International University and also in Presidency University, we had dedicated faculty members who actually served the students as much as they could, even in their counseling hours. So we always welcome you to come even after your classes, and that matters the most, because probably you have questions during your class time, but you feel very much agitated to ask before your batchmates. But you should feel comfortable while asking your questions. You can definitely come to us. All of our faculty members, they are always there for you. They are always very much welcoming, and they are giving their utmost efforts, and they are also sacrificing to give you the best. So what we believe is that any institution, if it wants to become a great institution and is a beacon of success, it needs hardworking students, because it is the students who make a university great, not the teachers. That's for sure. So it is you, your responsibility. We are always there. Even if we are best in our field, we need to ensure that you also become the best. You also become our followers. And you become the forerunners of the upcoming batches in the next few years. So you are at the forefront. So you should be very much confident. Whenever you are actually coming into this stage or in any other place, you would be very much confident, and you should be doing your best, having your confidence, and also taking help from your seniors. They would be there for you, and also the faculty members, they are always there for you. Even in their odd hours, students sometimes call us during probably even in midnight period, we do receive calls from students, but we do not actually protest them for these calls. But you should prefer call at least before 10. So that is preferable, but still we do welcome. Even in late nights, we do see messages from our students. So that is how close we are with our students. And it is our great pleasure to actually give our best. And our students have already said that this is a place where you can not only enrich your academic excellence, but also your research capabilities. Because in this competitive world, being an English graduate, you need to have the communicative skills, you need to have your research skills, you need to develop those skills as well. And we want to ensure that the ones who haven't chosen this university should regret not coming into this university. So whenever you be in a competitive job field, if you do well, if you have that capability, then probably the employers will ask, are you from Netrokona University? They will be of that sort of confidence regarding your performances. But in the recent past, we have seen graduates from different universities, they are proving their worth. So they have this immense potential going forward, and you also have this potential. This is the journey. For example, I do give a metaphor regarding the journey of the students. Firstly, when I was a first semester student, I considered my 5-year journey as a test match. Having 5 days, you cannot win a test match by playing 1 or 2 days very much properly, but you have to win each and every part of it. At least overall parts you need to be the winners. For example, as a team of Bangladesh, if you play against Australia, then you know that you are under pressure, and especially if you play overseas. So on that very ground, you can consider it to be a challenge. This is a journey. For example, Bangladesh versus Australia, more or less for you. And you are the underdogs, but nevertheless, your coach and your faculty members, your staff, they are at their best. And they will definitely help you grow. And I would like to see my students rather than my juniors from Dhaka University to different places. So I would prefer that, and that would be my first. If I can say, being a mentor of my juniors, they are already in different private universities, they are already teaching in different universities. So you have already known that. And from my batch, there are 25 university teachers from my batch of Dhaka University, batch 12. So I'm also a proud member of that group, and I was the only public university teacher from my batch, and there is another one coming in. So this is a great opportunity for me, and we know that we are the fresh bloods, and there are the legendary teachers are there. They are our traditions, and now we are the individual talents. For example, Eliot takes tales about you to actually congregate your past history, past traditions, and then your own creativity. Those things will actually help you to become great ones. No one can become like another person. For example, I would like to become like Rabindranath, like Nazrul, like Shakespeare. No, you should be yourself. You should be that person. You should be on your own, and you should create your own way. So that is the thing, and you should always try to be the best in the country, and also the best, probably one of the best in the world. So that should be your aim. Because this is university. This is not a school or a college. So there is a huge difference between a university and different colleges. So you should care things like that. And another point is that probably one of the students say that you cannot become doctors and engineers by studying English. That's true, but nevertheless you can become teachers of doctors and engineers. That's the thing. That's the beauty of English. I can proudly say that I have already taught the engineering students, the BBA students, the law students, maybe in future, maybe the medical students. Because in Bangladesh Medical University, you know, the previous BSMMU, there are lecturers in English. Even in medical colleges, there are lecturers in English, instructors in English. So you have huge potential being an English graduate, and you can also really do well in civil service because there is a huge chunk of marks for English in those exams. Even in your bank jobs, you have seen there are multiple marks. I mean, a huge chunk of marks for English written part. So you can also do that as well. Even if you don't want to become university teachers, you can become a college teacher or a school teacher or probably an IELTS instructor. So you can earn money. So English is an equivalent to money as well. So if you consider it from the Marxist viewpoint. So you have to be Marxist and you have to be a postmodern man. The last thing that I'd like to say is that you need to be a postmodern man. A man or a woman who is indifferent to the surrounding environment. Because if you think that my surrounding environment isn't that good, I'm under pressure, I'm having trouble, then you'd be like a modern man.